You should divide your time in 3 quarters is what I'll say. So 24 hours divided in 3 is 888. Sitting is the biggest killer today. Due to technology, our complete focus is shifted from the physical oriented work to the work which can be done on the fingertips. But you have to deal with effectively by doing some counter practices like doing some asanas which will definitely give some backward bending to your spine. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste, I'm Deval Chauhan. Welcome to Arogyam, where we discuss yoga in daily life. Let's discuss modern yogic Dinacharya. When you wake up, what we do? We take a toothbrush and we start brushing our teeth. This is not a correct way. So when you are in the bed itself, your Dinacharya starts. So before getting up, just understand your body first. Just give some at least 10 seconds to yourself, just understand the body. Just try to give a mild stretch. Maybe you can do one knee bent and do one leg Pavanmuktasana, do with the other leg, do with both the legs. One thing you can do, get into sitting, get into a forward bending. Just try to little bit activate your body. This will be the first point you should do when you wake up immediately. The second thing, when you get to the basin, wash basin, start with washing your eyes first. This is known as Netra Snana. Now how to do this Netra Snana, I will tell you. You take a cup of water or a glass of water which is of normal temperature. This is not very cool extreme, it's not very extreme hot. You first drink a sip of water and you blow your mouth like this. This way you do. Then you pour the water in your palm and one by one sprinkle it in your open eyes. Again I repeat, open eyes, not closed eyes. So in this way you are doing the Netra Snana. Initially when you are doing this, your eyes will automatically get closed, but once you are habitual, your eyes will be continuously open when you are doing this. What happens because of this? All the nas nadis around your eyes will start expanding because you are blowing like this, and that nas nadis are getting cooled with the water which you are sprinkling. That gives you very good effect in your life. Now this what I am wearing, it doesn't have any number of power or in it. It is just a digital glasses. There was a time in 2011 when I was wearing some glasses which was having the power of 0.75 and 1.25. So from there till 0, this is the journey of this Netra Snana. And other, of course, I will not just give credit to just one practice, but all the overall entire yoga which I am administering in my life, it is now 0, completely 0. I don't have any kind of number or power in my eyes. Second thing, instead of using the toothpaste, please, it is a humble request to go for some natural means. Because what taste is your toothpaste? It is sweet. And Ayurveda strictly mentions that your first taste in the morning should be Kadava, Tura, Tikha. So this 3 kind of taste should be the first taste which should you administer, because you need that alkalinity in your mouth. You need that alkalinity because full night all the acids, all the gases which have came up, and it is now in your mouth, it is deteriorating your teeth. So this is the first thing you should do. Replace your toothpaste with some kind of powders. Say you can take a babulka powder, you can take neem ka powder, or there are multiple powders available in the Ayurvedic stores or some naturopathy stores as well. So this you can change. A very important myth about brushing the teeth is you should brush every day in the morning. You can choose to brush in the morning, that is, I will not say compulsory, but it is very, very mandatory to brush in the night before sleeping. I will tell you why. You having dinner or you having last meals, if that meals has something which is high sugar or it has something which can react with your acid, so full night your acidic gases are coming up and it is deteriorating your mouth. So in this way your teeth are getting deteriorating day by day. So try to brush your teeth at the night. This is very important, and you can choose to do this in the morning as well. So these things you have to follow for your dental hygiene. The next thing is exercise. Now for Vyayama, exercise, asana, there are very, very big myths that you should be doing this range of movement of exercises, you should be very flexible, you should be doing very heavy strength training. These are not at all mandatory. How to judge what kind of exercise is good for you or what kind of Vyayam is appropriate for you? See as per your need. If you are living a very sedentary life, then use some more of energy burning or cardiovascular exercises in your practices. You can do in yoga if you are doing. You can do some sthula Vyayam. Also incorporate with some yoga asanas which are a little bit strenuous in practice. Also consider the flexibility is also very important. So try to incorporate more of the isometric asanas. Now once I say the word isometric, that is holding the asana for the long time. Holding will definitely change so much in the body. Holding will give you that elongation in the muscle, that give you proper stretching. Holding will also prevent the injuries. Again and again you will use this word isometric again and again. I will explain it deep in other videos as well. You should be understanding the purpose of why we are doing exercises or why we are doing this physical practices. First, joint movements, joint mobility, a good circulation of the blood throughout the body, a good pranic circulation in the body. Your muscle should get appropriate tone. So by the tone I means the capacity of holding. So if I'm holding a bucket in my hand and I'm getting the pain, I'm losing this bucket, so my tone is not good. So that holding capacity of all the muscles should be good. And when this abdominal muscles, when this core muscles are very good in tone, they supports also the internal organs. So they support your pancreas, they support your liver, they support their functioning as well because they are attached to these muscles. So in this way you can use this exercises. The purpose of exercise should be very clear when you are doing this. Mindlessly today what we are doing is we are subscribing to a gymnasium. We are subscribing to some activities that we don't know that it is good for me or it is not good for me. So for example, I am subscribing a gym, everyone is doing, so I am also doing. I am taking that protein powder, I am taking supplements, I am taking all this thing, but do I require that? Do I require that much gain of muscles in my body? Do I require that much extra super flexibility in my body by doing all that acrobatics and everything? Your purpose should be clear. If you require it, you should do it. But if there is no application in your life, then definitely you should not overstrain yourself. Because if I recall, there are many actors, there are many big faces who have died when they are doing something over exertion. So if you go back to the video number 1, I explained you the principle of Bhagavad Gita, samatvam yoguchyate. When you do anything extremes, it will harm you. So don't go for any kind of extremes. One very important myth I want to burst, that is of drinking the water early in the morning. So mindlessly it is given by some YouTuber or by some health enthusiast in the media, social media. We are drinking 1 liter of the water in the daytime, in the morning, just empty stomach. So it is good for someone who is having excessive pith. That is good. That is a pith type person is good. But for other type people, you are deteriorating your Jathar Agni. So there is a fire in your abdomen. Scientific term we call it as acid, HCl, hydrochloric acid. But that fire, Jathar Agni, which is mentioned in Ayurveda, this Agni you are calming down or you are completely like throwing water on that. So this you should not do mindlessly. Also remember one thing, whenever you are taking any advice from the general approach, please be very cautious when you are following them. If you are a patient, definitely please cross check with some experienced yoga therapist or with some experienced doctor before administering that practices. Otherwise it might be counterproductive for you as well. I mentioned the word about pith. So what this pith exactly is? Pith is something interaction of your bile with your acid. So that interaction, if you have too much, you are a prakriti of pith. So in that case, it is fine. You need some water in the morning which will neutralize that excessive bile or excessive acid in the stomach. But for the other prakritis, it is not very good. And for if you are a patient, if you are having any kind of indigestion issues and you are drinking this water mindlessly in the morning, you will definitely proliferate this issue. So what is the most popular thing we have in the breakfast? That is tea, chai. Chai patti, chai leaves, also combined with water, combined with milk, combined with sugar. But was tea originally the same? When the invention of tea happened, it was just tea leaves boiled in a water and they used to drink. This tea was very good because it has a very good amount of antioxidants in it. But now today's tea has a milk, has a sugar and has a tea leaves all boiled in a water. When it goes inside the stomach, it creates a bomb blast. Now why it happens? Because all the flavonoids in the tea, which is made in the CTC method of Darjeeling tea, so tea leaves mixed with the milk, it is a Viruddha Aahar. Why? Because it creates lots of toxins rather than creating antioxidant effects in the body. About the tea, some facts are very important. So the more leafy the tea is, the more high it is antioxidant. The more powdery the tea is, the more high is the caffeine. Okay, and vice versa is also possible. So more powdery tea have the less antioxidant and vice versa. So this should be taken care of. Second thing, the more you boil the tea, the more caffeine comes out. So boiling the tea is, you should not do that. The correct method of it is just boil the water and add the tea leaf, whatever tea you are drinking. There are wide range of teas, white tea, blue tea, green tea, many number of teas. Try to avoid the tea which is Darjeeling tea CTC method, because that is introduced to us by Britishers. And it was like administered in the form of Earl Grey tea. It is not a good combination. Now let's talk about Aahar. So there are three types of Aahar majorly: Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic. Sattvic Aahar is which is something which is freshly cooked, which is light in the nature, and when you eat it, you doesn't get dizzy feeling after having it. Second is Rajasic. Rajasic Aahar is something which stimulates so much of heat in the body, it fluctuates your mind so much. And the Tamasic Aahar is something which reduces the activity of the mind. It brings laziness to your body. Now when you're having the meals, try to have more of Sattvic and less of Rajasic and Tamasic meals. So for example of the Sattvic Aahar, if you're having in the breakfast, you can have oats, you can have some fruits. Fruits are very good of Sattvic. You can have chapati, you can have dal, you can have rice, anything which is just one grain, single grain. That is your Sattvic Aahar. Rajasic is something which is very spicy in nature. When it goes inside the stomach, it creates heat in the body. That is your Rajasic, for example. And Tamasic is mostly the food which is stale in nature. It also includes all the non-vegetarian food. It includes the food which is putrefied in nature. So this is the characteristics of all these three foods. Try to have more of Sattvic, less of Rajasic and Tamasic. Now let's talk something about frequency of the meals. So there are many experts, dietitians and everyone who recommends you to have the diet spread throughout the day. For example, 5 meals, 6 meals, 7 meals a day. Very good approach. I won't deny that approach, but it is very short-sighted is what I will say. In yoga, we have a old adage, Ek yukta yogi, Dvi bhukta bhogi, Tri bhukta rogi and Bahu bhukta maharogi. So the more number of meals you are having, the more definitely you are exhausting your body, the more you are stealing the time for not healing your body at all. So it is very scientific also. Hence, the principles which are coming up now after taking the insights from all the Ayurveda, all the ancient sciences, such as intermittent fasting. So intermittent fasting is very popular these days. So you keep a window of around 14 to 16 hours, like in minimum, between the two meals. Why this window is required? This window helps you to heal yourself. Well, I will just give you an example. After a very heavy food, okay. So you are having a Tamasic food. Tamasic food just in your abdomen, just in your stomach, it takes around 4 to 6 hours to digest. That's why after 6 hours also you get that regurgitation and that get that taste of that food again and again till 6 hours, because it is still in the stomach. It goes into small intestine, it takes around 7 to 8 hours to digest, and then it goes to the end part of the system. So this is just one meal now. This is not a complete full day. Now you are taking 3 meals like this. Just imagine how many meals you are having and how much time your energy is completely going in this digestion. So channelizing this energy to healing, you require less number of meals, and also you require some quality food. So many heavy components of heavy carbohydrates, heavy proteins, heavy fats together, when you fuel your body, this will definitely not work for you. It will become counterproductive. Now the next point is work-life balance. So you should divide your time in three quarters is what I will say. So 24 hours divided in 3 is 8, 8, 8. Take only 8 hours for the work 8 hours for sleep and recreation, and other 8 hours for different activities. But today's lifestyle, we are not doing this because our santosh is not at the par. Our aparigraha is not at the par. These principles we are not following. So you can refer this in the video number 1, and you can just take what this santosh is, what is aparigraha is, and how to follow these things also. The moment you step out of this 8-hour window, you are definitely going to disrupt your work-life balance. So this thing you should take in mind. Also, some small points when you are doing a job which is sitting job. Now, let me remind you one thing, that sitting is the biggest killer today. The biggest killer is not the smoking, biggest killer is sitting. So you are sitting for a long time in a stagnant position, and you are not sitting like how I am sitting. I am sitting very straight spine, my chin is parallel to ground, my shoulders are pulled back. See, I am sitting in a cross leg also, but there will not be in the video. But you are sitting something like this. I will just show you. You are sitting like this. So this is the sitting, and you are doing this, your work like this. So at some point of time, what will happen? You will slide from your lower back also. You will come in front also from down. So it will be something like this. You start sliding like this. So these all are the postural defects which you are generating for the tomorrow. So just try to be very conscious when you are working. It is a necessary evil that today, due to technology, our complete focus is shifted from the physical oriented work to the work which can be done on the fingertips. So this is a blessing also, and this is a what to say, a curse in a disguise also, is what I'll say. So but you have to deal with effectively by doing some counter practices, like doing some asanas which will definitely give some backward bending to your spine, like some asanas like bhujangasana you can do, some asana like makarasana you can do. Makarasana is a very wonderful asana, because after 8 hour or 10 hour of your work, once you go at home and you lie in makarasana. Makarasana is something you just lie on your abdomen flat, place your both the palms under your forehead, spread your legs apart. This asana completely relaxes your spine, because your spine now is in the natural curvature, irrespective of your Madhya Pradesh. That is completely fine. But it completely relaxes your spine, it relaxes all your muscles. So this asana you should be doing. After that asana, you can do one more asana, that is Nirlambasana. In the same posture, legs are spread, you are lying on your abdomen. Just make a cup of your palms, place under your chin, join your elbows together, place your elbows on the ground. You will be like this in this posture. So this will give you appropriate isometric backward bending. This appropriate isometric backward bending for a longer time, like for say 2 minutes maximum, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, will definitely try to reduce the ill effects you are getting from your wrong postures. Adding to these, the quality of the sleep is also very important. Sleep will be definitely discussed in stretch in other videos. Adding to this, one more important point, that is pravas, traveling, which is also endorsed in Ayurveda. Travel makes you learn things more. Traveling takes you away from the stagnant lifestyle. Traveling also keeps your mental health very good. So this point you should consider. Also consider to spend some time in nature, in day-to-day life. For example, spend time with nature more, step out, be barefoot, walk on the grass. Simple points you can inculcate. Walking barefoot is also very beneficial in multiple aspects, and it is there are many research backing to this, that it reduces your inflammation. It also keeps your vitals in your body in check. So these all things you can consider. Today we have attempted to show you an entire day from a yogic perspective, what you should eat, when you should sleep, how you should sleep, work-life balance, all these things. I hope you will inculcate some of these tips in your day-to-day life. Thank you very much. Namaste.